Namaskaram. Shri Mahaganapatiye Namah. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Welcome to today's humble samarpanam on Mayilpeeli. Today we shall chant, learn and understand the slokas of Narayaneeyam Dasakam 56. Let us first chant the sloka and then understand the meaning. In Dasakam 56 we will see Krishna humbling the pride of Kaliya and blessing him. When Kaliya's wives requested his pardon, Krishna showed Kaliya an alternate place to live and sent him out. Later, when a forest fire attacked the Gopa boys, Krishna saved all of them. Dasakam 56, Sloka 1. Ruchirakam pitakundala mandalaha suchirameshananarthita pannage amaratadita dundubi sundaram viyati gayati daivatayavate. O Lord, the celestial maidens sang melodiously and the gods beat the drums in tune to that while you danced for a long time with your adorable earrings dangling back and forth on the hoods of the serpent is what Bhattadri says. As Krishna very beautifully and rhythmically danced on the hoods of Kaliya with his beautiful little lotus-like feet, with the music from his ornaments as he moved with his beautiful locks of hair dangling back and forth, all the gods in the heaven beat drums and there were beautiful celestial maidens who sang so melodiously is what we understand here. Can we even imagine this beautiful Leela of the divine Krishna? Dasakam 56, Sloka 2. Namati yad yadamushya shiro hare parivihaya tadunnatamutthamam parimatan padapankaruhachiram vyaharata karatala manoharam. O Hari, letting off those hoods of Kaliya which bowed down and stepped vigorously with your lotus-like feet on those which were raised, you danced for long to the music and the rhythmic beat of your hands with utmost charm. Krishna played around for long, leaving the drooped down heads and jumping onto the raised ones. Thus he trampled hood after hood with his lotus feet. He very beautifully danced around in this manner, keeping time with the clapping of hands beautifully is what we understand in this shloka. Dasakam 56, Sloka 3. Vadavabhagna vibhugna fanaghane galita shonita patasi fanipata vavasi dati sannathaha tadabalastava madhava padayoho. O Madhava, when at long last the serpent king with his array of hoods, bent down and subdued by your rhythmic treading, was thoroughly exhausted and the waters of Yamuna around him had turned red by the blood flowing from his hoods, his wives came and prostrated at your feet, seeking refuge unto you, and with all humility requested your compassion and blessing is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Dasakam 56, Sloka 3. Aipurai vachiraya parishtutha tvadanubhava vilina hrudohitaha munibirapya navapya pataistavaihi nunuvurisha bhavantamayantritam. The serpent women who had in the remote past heard of your glory and who had dedicated their minds to you ever since then now sang hymns of your praise which were full of devotion and knowledge that could not be comprehended even by illustrious sages and which came to them naturally without any inhibition. We understand here that the wives of Kaliya knew since long about the majestic greatness of Krishna and were very devoted to him. Since their minds were so absorbed in Krishna without any restraint, they hailed him with hymns of praises of a kind which are beyond the powers of even great sages. It came to them so naturally is what we understand in this sloka. Dasakam 56, Sloka 5. Fanivadu ghana bhakti vilokana pravikasat karuna kulachetasa fanipatir bhavata chuta jivitaha tvayi samarpita murtirava namat. O Achyuta, Seeing the outpouring of devotion from the Serpent King's wives, your mind was filled with compassion and you released Kaliya, granting his life. He showed his gratitude by prostrating at your lotus feet in total surrender, is what Bhattadri says. Dasakam 56, Sloka 6. Ramanakam Rajavaridi Madhyakam Panirirpurna Karoti Viroditam Iti Bhavad Vachanan Yadimanayan Panipatir Niraga Duragai Samam. Bhattadri says, O Lord, you advised Kaliya to go to the Ramanaka island located in the central part of the ocean, where he would not be troubled by his enemy Garuda. Respectfully obeying your advice, Kaliya departed along with his wives and all other snakes. Dasakam 56, Sloka 7. Fanivadu Janadatta Mani Vraja Jwalitahara Dukula Vibhushitaha Tatagathai Pramada Shruvi Mishtritaihi Samagatha Swajanair Divasa Vadau. O Lord, adorned with the sets of precious stones, brilliant necklaces and silk garments presented by the Serpent King's wives, you were reunited at dusk with your own people, waiting on the banks of the river Yamuna, shedding tears of joy, is what Bhattadri says. As soon as Kaliya flees with all the snakes, Krishna adorns all the gifts that were presented lovingly by Kaliya's wives and gets back to the banks of river Yamuna, where all the people of Vrindavan were assembled and were waiting for him with tears of joy welling from their eyes, is what we understand here. Dasakam 56, Shloka 8. Nishipunastamasa vrajamandiram vrajitumakshama eva janotkare swapati tatra bhavaccharanashraye davakrisha nururunda samantataha. Bhattadri says, O Lord, then as darkness fell and it was too late, the Gopas could not return to their homes in the village, so they took refuge at your lotus feet and spent the night in the forest nearby. That is when all of a sudden a forest fire engulfed them, is what we understand. Dasakam 56, Sloka 9. Prabodita natapalaya palayeti udayadhataravan pashupalakan avituma shupapatamahannalam kimiha chitramayam kalute mukam. O Lord, scorched by the intense heat, the cowherds became awake and wailed pitifully to be saved. Wishing to protect them, you instantly swallowed the raging fire in one gulp. What is so amazing about this is that fire is indeed your mouth in your cosmic Virata Purusha form, says Bhattadri. Dasakam 56, Sloka 10. Shikini varnata eva hi pitata parila satyaduna kriyayapyasau iti nutha pashupair muditair vibho Haraye duritai sahame gadan. O Hari, the cowherds, overcome with joy, praised you, marveling that yellowness, pitata, which was an attribute of fire only as a color till now, had now become an essence of it by the act of being drunk, pitata, also by the Lord. O Guruvayurappa, may you, who were extolled thus, remove my diseases as also the sins which caused them, says Bhattadri. Bhattadri uses the word pitata very intelligently in this sloka by saying, pitata, the color yellow, was till now the attribute of fire, but since Krishna drank the fire, that is pitata, it became the essence of fire itself. Hare Krishna. Govinda Nama Sankirtanam. Govinda, Govinda, Narayana, Akila Guru, Bhagavan Namaste, Shri Haraye Namah, Shri Mahaperiyava Sharanam.